Hello, how you doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2023 in another part of the Journeyman with Leeds United. But for how much longer? That is the question. Well, today we have got our 2033 to 34 season review. Season 12, of course, of this journey. And potentially a job hunt, potentially a transfer special. Potentially a transfer special where nothing happens because we have got a budget of £100 or £500,000, something like that. Crazy, but we do have a little bit of leeway with the wage budget, so potentially we can sign somebody for free. You know, there are a few people that are out of contract, but we are also in the running for the Real Madrid job, so it could all hit the fan this episode. But let's go and have a lovely reflection on this season. New arrivals, not many of them, all on loan actually. Valery Zhelobov, who will be joining us permanently in the summer. He's joined us and done very well. Scored 10 goals, 2 assists and a 7.16 average rating. Marcos Leonardo will be joining or leaving at the end of the year. Did well at the start of the season, but yeah, it fell out of favour towards the end of the season. And Gordon Payton, of course, came in as a backup goalkeeper. On the outs, of course, we lost Andre Lunin. That was a sad one. Manu Kone as well. Archie Gray. Brendan Aronson went. A few players leaving was quite sad for me. There's the season results. If you look at the Premier League form, very, very poor at the start of the season. Picked up towards the end of the year, though, since we changed to a 4-3-3. So that's what we'll be going with going forward. Arsenal won the Premier League. We finished in 9th in the end. 99% home attendance. Of course, we're getting our ground expanded as well. Johnny Ballesteros was the top goal scorer in that league with 15. We won the Europa Conference League, beating Galatasaray 5-0 in the final. Johnny Ballesteros, a top scorer with 10 there, and you can see how well we played in that competition. FA Cup, we got the quarter-final, got knocked out by Nottingham Forest. That was a disappointment. And then in the Carabao Cup, again, we got the quarter-final and lost to Arsenal. Moments to remember, biggest win was 8-0 over Glentoran. Match to remember was 5-1 against Coventry City towards the end of the year. And goal of the season was for Casadei in a 4-2 victory over Charlton Athletic. Okay. Into the finances then. More sponsorship than last season, which is good, but broadcast revenue, corporate and hospitality down, a competition prize money 50 million less. That's the difference between Champions League football and Europa Conference League football at the end of the day, and that's where we're at, which is a real shame, to be honest with you. Matchday commercial and retail, £2.09 million spent there. Okay, let's keep going then. So there's the team of the season. So Gyro starting and goal with Pilbeam, Tiata, Robinson, Mizogen in defence, Casadei, Mangiavachi and Simmons in the middle, with Navarro and Dedea starting wide, of Johnny Ballesteros up top. Player of the season, Jeffrey Dedea. Young player of the season, Johnny Ballesteros. Goal of the season goes to Casadei. Top goal scorer was Ballesteros. Top assists was Edgar Navarro. Top player of the matches was Jeffrey Dedea. Highest average rating was Jeffrey Dedea. And most passes completed per 90 was Luke Mbere. We did win Manager of the Month a couple of times this season. Okay then, and there you go. Your hard work and effort paid off off on the pitch, and such a feat didn't go unrewarded. We suffered a disappointing campaign, finishing shy of their pre-season expectations thanks to a poor run of form around September. And here's the dynamic manager timeline. We'll go to pretty much the end of it here. You can see we have had a few things happen to us this season. Won the Carabao Cup last year. Won the Europa Conference League this year. All very good indeed. There's the season review. Supporter profile update. We have actually gained social media football followers, which is funny, considering we've not had a great season, but I suppose winning a European trophy will help with that. We're going to go to the USA for our summer training camp, and let's see what they want us to do next season. So they want us to play possession football, pressing football, entertaining, okay, sell players to make a profit, work within the wage budget, win the Europa League and qualify for the Europa Conference League. So again, it's not really something that is that hard to do. Certainly not in the league anyway. And winning the Europa League, that's certainly doable. And they want us to win the Premier League by 2039 now, so being a little bit more reasonable about things. So let's discuss the plans for next season. Qualify for the Europa League. They're happy with that. There's not many players still here. I suppose it is World Cup year. Win the Europa League. Discuss promises then. Brilliant. There we go. Okay then, as I say, we are in the running for the Real Madrid job. We're certainly not favourite for it. He's wanted by Real Madrid. I don't think we've not been approached just yet. We'll just have to see how it goes. Obviously, it could start a bit of a manager merry-go-round, whoever goes there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing if we get that job very, very soon. So I'll catch up with you guys as soon as I hear anything. Well, this is a good one. Elland Road is now expanded. 50.4k is now available in there, so we'll have much bigger crowds, which of course will increase our funds, which is what we want at the end of the day. We have put in an offer for a new player, Leo. He is a 19-year-old Brazilian right winger, can also play up top as well. Looks pretty damn good, to be honest with you. £14 million it looks like we might get him for. Could be another Johnny Ballesteros going there. He is certainly going to be a wonder kid, and looking forward to potentially bringing him in. Well, here we go. This is the chance. We have a job interview with Real Madrid. So, they've invited us to talk with them. Does that mean I am now wanted? Hey, wanted by Real Madrid. Finally. Right, let's have a little look. So one of the reasons they wanted us to do it is because they think I'll be an excellent fit. This is mainly as a result of your deep commitment towards signing first-team players no older than 23. The interview will give you the opportunity to discuss our suitability for the role. So, we got to get this right. Time to get rid of the ugly mug. We're all ready to go here. Oh, this is pressure now. So, the board are pleased that you've taken the time to attend. There are a few questions that they want to ask. How would you overcome the relatively big obstacle of not speaking the language? I'm confident I can learn the language quickly. Yeah, I'm fairly adept at learning languages. Let's go for that. I have some reservations regarding the fact that you've never managed in this country. Can you explain why that shouldn't be an issue? This is the best chance I've had at work, and I hope to finally be given the opportunity. Yeah, I think that one. Why are you thinking of making what some people would describe as a sideways move? Oh, dear. Goodness me. I'm keen to keep progressing, and I love the opportunity to do that here. Gotta go for that one, I think. You've previously been embroiled in media controversies. We've learned from it. Media controversies, there'll be no problems. Are you willing to assure us that you do a better job of meeting expectations than your potential predecessor did? I will always back myself to succeed. Limited resources? Are Real Madrid... Are Real Madrid struggling financially? Happy to work with the director of football. Right, let's see. So they want us to sign players under the age of 23. They want us to work within the wage budget, sign players for a profit, maintain the club's status. Okay. Cool. What do they want us to... Oh my goodness. work towards repairing the club's financial damage and continue to win La Liga while doing that. It sounds like I'm taking the mick. It sounds like we've got an exciting future. I mean, this could be a huge challenge. Let's move on and cover any other areas that need to be discussed. I don't think so. That's all of the questions. We would like to thank you for attending, and we will be in touch once we've decided. I mean, I'm not sure, if I'm honest, that went as well as it could have. The questions weren't great. But Real Madrid apparently have limited resources. I mean, their finances are only okay, to be fair. And if you look, you know, they signed a few players that year, but none this year. Oh, no, perhaps we're leaving one club for another club that are really struggling financially. What's going on in the world of football? Well, here it is. Here is the moment. Well, Real Madrid have offered us a 3-year contract on £110,000 per week to take the managerial job at Santiago Bernabeu, believing you to be the ideal person to replace ex-manager Patrick Vieira. They want us to win the La Liga, or win La Liga, I should say, challenge for the Champions League, and work towards repairing the club's financial damage. And we're going to be offered £110,000 a week. That's more than doubling our current salary. Let's bump it up a little bit. 120. Let's go 125 then. 3-year contract, 3-year project. Real Madrid. Let's see if we can get a little bit more out of them. No. It's fine. We'll finalise it. We are going to be joining Real Madrid. That is massive. That is massive for the Journeyman. We're leaving England behind. Lots of you guys have been asking for that, you know, over the last few seasons, saying, when are you going to leave Leeds? When are you going to go abroad? And I didn't expect it to be at this point with this team. You know, Real Madrid, that is a massive, massive job. And, well, he'll be disappointed. Andre Brighton-Writer. But who will take over at Leeds? That's the question. But, you know, we leave this Leeds United squad in a very interesting position. You know, there are lots of players out of contract next season. I mean, we're probably going to try and sign a lot of them, I would imagine. You know, I'm looking at the likes of Casadei potentially, but, you know, he's 31 now. Edgar Navarro, bring him back home to Real Madrid. Potentially Michael Robinson, 25 years old. Marcus Mariano, the sort of player that you want to have at those football clubs. But Johnny Ballesteros, I think he has to be the one that I'm thinking, yeah, he's somebody that I want. We're going to unspecify his transfer value. I don't want to break his transfer value for when we come in for him inevitably. We're going to have £39 million in the bank, but a quick look over our history at Leeds. If we look at our manager job history, we of course joined Leeds when they were top half of the Premier League. We took them to a brilliant 11th place in the first season, but 2 back-to-back third place finishes will forever live long in the memory. And, you know, particularly that season where we got 80 points, we could have won the league that year. That year we got 71 points. That would have been enough for 5th this season, interestingly enough. So, yeah, that was another strange year where Man United won it. That was the year we joined. The year before that, they'd finished 8th. So they'd been a consistent top half of the table team. We had a tough season last year, finishing only 10th with 58 points. This season, slightly better, 3 points better off, finishing 9th, winning the Europa Conference League as well. Obviously 5 teams going into the Champions League this year. So West Ham United pick up Europa Conference League football. And yeah, it has been an interesting ride. I want to see where they came. They lost in the semi-final to Chelsea in extra time. Wow. But yeah, it's been a good journey, I think. We've had some good landmarks over the last few years. We won the Carabao Cup, finished runners-up in the FA Cup. Won the Europa Conference League. Of course, finished second in the Europa Conference League in our first season. And Arthur Tiata, our captain, he's going to be leaving on the 1st of July. It does feel like a real end of era time at the football club. And well, I mean, that is where we're going to take it up tomorrow. We say goodbye to the likes of Peter Murray, of course, our £60 million signing a few years ago. Has come good in the end, but really struggled early on. And he could have been a lot better. Jeffrey Dethier, we chased him. We got our man in the end, and he is a brilliant player. I think he will blossom even further under new management. Daniel Weber, what a player he is and what a player he will be, I think, in the future. Giovanni Mangiavacci, £85 million. We've spent some big money at Leeds. But now we're going to go to Real Madrid and try and repair the financial situation there. So we will be back tomorrow. Let's click that button and watch it happen together. There it is. Real Madrid, Club de Football, Haya Hanard. Could this be the last part of the journey? I'd like to win the World Cup, so probably not. But this is going to be an interesting one. And I can't wait to start this journey in tomorrow's episode. So, if you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager videos. We will be back with the first part of the Real Madrid story tomorrow. Brand new thumbnail, all of that good stuff. And, of course, we will be going through some transfers. We're trying to rebuild that squad, see what on earth we've got. I've not even looked at the squad yet. So it's going to be a real sort of baptism of fire, I assume, tomorrow's episode. So I can't wait for that. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Of course, subscribe for plenty more Football Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.